I'm a compulsive overeater, and I've been in this Overeaters Anonymous program for about 4 years, since February 22nd of 2010. And I had been in Weight Watchers my whole life. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Since I was a little kid, I was a fat kid. I was sneaking food since I was a really little kid. My parents would have conversations with me, especially my mom. She would give me pep talks about how I needed to lose weight and I needed to eat less. And even when I was a really little kid, I had my own shelf in the refrigerator that I was allowed to eat from. Anyway, I didn't really think that I had much of a problem, except for my parents annoying me about what I ate for a long time. But as I got older and as I cared what people thought of me more and felt more self-conscious and started to integrate the idea that I wasn't likable if I was fat, which I was fat, I guess. By some point I was fat. I mean, probably as a little kid I wasn't really fat. I just felt fat. But as I got into adolescence, I was pretty fat. I was over 200 pounds in high school. And I started going on these diets, just normal diets, calorie counting or Weight Watchers. Excuse me. And then anyway, not until right before... In college, I lost weight, I gained weight, I lost 85 pounds, I gained 85 pounds, in relationships, out of relationships, just all along feeling really, really self-conscious. Feeling like there was something wrong with me, like I wasn't likable, like I had to prove that I was a normal person by having friends and being cool. And I didn't connect that with the food until I came into this program, but when I look back on it, I know that so much of my self-consciousness had to do with feeling like I was being watched and observed and criticized wherever I was. When I would walk, there was this thing, I think I was like in 7th grade, and I was wearing these new pants that I got. My grandmother got me like this jogging outfit, and I thought it was like such a cool like name brand jogging outfit, and I got up in class to throw something in the garbage, and my friend was laughing at me, and I was like, "Why are you laughing?" And she said, "Because your butt looks so big in those pants." And I was so mortified because I wasn't conscious of that at all at that point. I was only thinking about like they were cool pants. So anyway, it's just an accumulation of those kinds of experiences that really contributed to me not feeling great about myself. And not having, anyway. So then, I went to Weight Watchers for a long time, and I lost some weight, and then at some point, I was no longer losing weight, and I was still feeling bad about myself, and still feeling like there's some destination I'm not reaching, I'm doing something wrong, and still having like a good 40% of the time that I couldn't eat within the plan. And I was like, what's wrong with me? I started talking to friends about it, and Googling binge eating disorder, and I guess I didn't meet criteria for the disorder, but I felt like, whoa, like I definitely have a problem. I definitely eat too much, and I definitely can't stop. And a friend of mine mentioned OA, and I had no idea what that was. I mean, I knew what AA was. I knew, like, what? Like, am I an alcoholic with food? Am I an addict? I didn't want to be an addict. I didn't want to admit that I was one. But anyway, I started listening to phone meetings because that felt really safe, like no one would see me, I wouldn't be vulnerable. And I started listening to phone meetings and started learning this new language that gave me a lot of hope. And it gave me hope that there's a plan that people have followed that gives them recovery from what I now see is a devastating disease that involves eating too much, feeling horrible about myself. And now, through this program and through the structure of the program, going to meetings, following a food plan, creating relationships with people who have the similar experience that I do, reading the literature, and mostly realizing that this thing is not my fault. I didn't cause it, and I can't fix it without the help of this program, without the help of a power that's much more powerful than myself. And so with the help of that power, I have lost some weight, and I've lost a lot. I'm like 75 pounds down from my top weight. I'm feeling much more happy and hopeful and connected and authentic and acceptable.